Boo! Hey guys, what's up? It's Emergency and welcome back to my channel. Ah! You scared me. It is the scariest time of year depending on what kind of person you are. It's about that time of year for creepy ghosts and ghouls to be walking around the streets scaring the children. But for us older people, the only thing scary about Halloween is how many parties we're gonna go to. I'm just kidding. But really though, something really scary on Halloween is not having a Halloween costume, because you can't really have Halloween without the costume. That's like half the holiday, right? I feel like as you get older and older, you want to spend less and less on Halloween costumes. So by the time you're around like high school age, you don't really want to spend too much money on Halloween costumes. So I put together a little DIY Halloween costume video teaching you guys how to dress up for Halloween on a budget. Before I get in the list, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. That'd be super spooky. So let's get on with the video. First off, I need to change. So the first costume on the list is Aquaman. Wait, I think we're missing something. That's better. So this is a really cheap costume because all you have to do is have like a little symbol on your shirt, get like some kind of wetsuit looking thing, and be wet. I mean, it's simply the easiest costume you can get, honestly. So all you need is like water and a t-shirt, and like, who doesn't have that, right? The thing about this costume though is that you don't want to be wearing it all day. It's kind of like a 5-10 minute thing, just to like be funny. I have like coming out my mouth. But if you're gonna be extra, you can wear it all day, but you're gonna have to like constantly keep pouring water in yourself because eventually you're gonna dry off and then you won't be Aquaman, you'll be like dry man. The next cheap costume, boxer. You can pretty much wear any shirt with this as long as like it's a little bit dirty, it has like some sweat or like maybe like some ketchup stains on it. You want to make it seem like you just got done with a really intense workout. You want to like have like the water dripping down your face. You need the sweaty armpits, and of course you need the wraps. I know what you're saying, you don't have the wraps, but that's okay because this is a cheap Halloween video. So if you don't have the wraps, toilet paper works just as well. If you really want to go all out, you can like decorate the toilet paper and make it any design you want. But if you forget it's Halloween and you need a costume, run into the bathroom and here you go. You're ready to catch a case. The one you've all been waiting for. I feel like the highest value costume here would be this one, the Hypebeast costume. Now I can't take complete credit for this costume idea, not like any of these are original, but the bro Aiden hit me up with this costume, so it was good. As you can see, this is the definition of Halloween costumes on a budget. We're flexing with the clout goggles here. We got the Supreme and Palace collab with the DARE program, because you know these big hype companies are switching their focus and advocating against childhood substance abuse. Totally. Now it's really hard to make this costume affordable for everyone because this is the costume with the most clout, as you can see. Now this shirt alone would go for about like $50,000, and that's not even resale. Basically what you gotta do, slap on a logo, $50,000. This shirt has holes in it. You see this? You see this. There are holes in the shirt. But because it has Supreme on it, it's distressed. I'll get into that later. Now I know you're probably wondering about the clout goggles. Why do they have a hole in them? If someone tries to confront you about these clout goggles, then you gotta say that this lens is looking through them into the future, and this one's stuck looking at their crusty selves because you're trying to stay humble. Now to complete this costume, you gotta make sure that you got the shoe game to match. You gotta have the spicy Supreme X Bake Neon Boost shoes. They are not ready for your clout. Next one. Now this is a costume that a lot of people can relate with, and one that I personally like, because when people ask me what I'm gonna be for Halloween, I can say, I'm gonna be in distress. And that is literally what this costume is. I mean, you got the crazy pulled out hair, you got the actually distressed shirt, self-cut by the way, thank y'all. And you generally just look crazy. This is also an excuse for those of you with bedhead, because you don't even have to do anything to your hair. You just get out of bed and go. You know that's my favorite thing to do. So to really take advantage of this costume, you either want to A, actually be in distress so you can sell the costume better, or B, look like you are. So for the small minority of you that aren't actually in distress, what you want to do is get these things called bags under your eyes. And you can usually get this by having like a lack of sleep, or you can just paint them on yourself. I mean, that costs money. Natural bags are free. You also need to get that bloodshot eye effect going on, like you only got like maybe 20 minutes of sleep in the past 24 hours. So a good way to get this effect is to just stare for 2 minutes straight and don't blink at all, even if your eyes hurt. The more they burn, the better, because that means you're getting a really good tint on those things. You want to be as realistic as possible. Also, I know I mentioned this earlier, but the distress shirt is completely optional. If you want to go through with it, just grab an old shirt, snip, 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 and cut some holes in there. Much better. Now, this is the dad costume. The dad costume is pretty easy to put together. You really only need like an oversized shirt that's kind of ugly. The swaggy dad shades are optional. But to complete the fit, you need like a solid pair of cargo shorts and maybe like some Crocs. I don't know about the Crocs. No. Tennis shoes. Like actual tennis shoes, not like, go get me my tennis shoes. I mean like actual shoes that you go to play tennis in. That would be quite the fire dad fit. And if you really want to push this costume, I suggest you actually speak to a father and learn how they talk, learn like their mannerisms. So all day you can just be like, where'd I leave my keys? Why ain't you wash them dishes? Boy, do your homework. Forgot what I was saying. Am I doing a grandpa or a dad? Anyway, the next costume. Before I tell you what this costume is, I want you to know that I'm a big fan of costumes with like play on words. Like last year I was like, holy cow. I was gonna put that one on the list, but like that one required purchases and like money. So that's not really on a budget, not the purpose of this video. Maybe next year, But this time, if you can't tell, this costume is 2 peas in a pod. Now I know you've probably seen like the Instagram pictures of this costume, generally done with 2 people. And if you do have a friend that likes you enough to twin their costume with you, by all means, do that. But for the rest of us, let's stick to the single one, okay? This one's pretty low budget, but it's also really high quality. Wait, see this magic really quick. You got 1, 2 peas in a pod. So this one's great for like an on-the-go costume if you forgot it was Halloween, or if it's like last minute like this video is right now. You can easily just like throw over a blanket. Doesn't really matter the color. I'm wearing like a yellow one. Apparently there's like yellow string beans now. Just throw a blanket over your head, put on 2 peas, and you're a walking set of play on words. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't, but neither does this costume, so let's move on. Now you may be asking yourself, emergency, what the heck is this? And I'd have to reply to you, I don't really know. Let me take this down. But that's kind of the nature of this costume. This costume is the future. And you don't really know the future. You don't really know what the future has to offer. So I just thought, if you want to have like something that's really mysterious, just cover your face. Now this may not work in all schools, because I know some schools have a mask policy. But if you could do this with your body, wait, no, it's a mummy. Never mind. Just stick with the face. I just thought this was a good analogy for life. And I feel like if you have a teacher out there and you explain why your face is covered like this.
My costume is a commentary on the future and its uncertainty with our current administration.
Then I'm pretty sure that they're gonna let you wear it. If you're just like a regular old person, then this is a pretty deep costume. I'm just gonna say. You may just like wrap your face up with something, but I was woke. Dibbity dibbity. Now this is a costume I know all too well. If you want to be me, this is basically the costume. For Halloween this year, you can be Dusty. Hear me out. This is a really easy one. Wear dust colors. That's basically any form of like beige or like light brown. You want to look like you just rolled out of the Sahara Desert. Lips cracked, elbows ashy, hairline uneven. And for those of my less melanated friends out there, you can be ashy too. You can either take a blow dryer to your elbows, or even better, but slightly cheaper, you can pat a little bit of flour on your elbows. It'll get the job done. You want to just look dusty. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a cheap costume. You literally just don't have to take care of yourself, and you're me. Now, before this video gets too long, I wanted to add some costume honorable mentions. These are also costumes that are really low key, but just as fire. So some additional options are that you could be a college kid, different, or just yourself, because that's cool too. And that is all of the costumes I have for you guys this Halloween. I hope you guys found at least one costume that you thought, man, that's a steal, and will wear this Halloween. If not, that's okay. You got at least some form of entertainment out of it, I hope. But as always, be sure to give this video a big ol' like, hit that subscribe button, turn on my post notifications wherever those are so you can see whenever I post next. Be sure to tell me down in the comments below what you're going to be for Halloween, if you're going to use some of my costume ideas, or if you're just going to like do your own thing, because that's like cool too. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I've been Emergency, and I'll see you guys later.